Hey guys, it's Carl from Damage Hitter. Thanks so much for taking your time to come by. Today we're talking about how to hit a baseball to opposite field. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell. That will give you a notification every time we upload a new video. Nowadays we're uploading videos every Monday and Friday. So please make sure to like and subscribe, help us grow the channel so you can get the best information we have available. Now come on in, let's talk about how to hit a baseball to opposite field. All right, guys, we're going to talk about today how to hit a baseball to opposite field. But before we get up and I do a demonstration, I want to make sure you understand we do not allow the pitcher to dictate where and how we hit the baseball. Obviously, it's the pitcher's job to disrupt our timing, to locate pitches, to do a lot of things. But it's our job to hit the baseball as hard as we can. So we're not going up there going, well, we're going to hit it where it's pitched, which is a common theory and a common thought. Wherever they pitch it, we're going to hit it. What we're going to go to the plate to do is hit it hard. And we're going to dictate whether we're hitting the ball to opposite field based on the situation of the game, or we're in a pull or hit the ball hard situation and we don't care where it goes. We just care that we hit it hard. The reason behind hitting the ball to opposite field is to get our body in the best movement patterns in order to swing the bat effectively. Right? Do you understand? Are you sure? See, most people teach hit the ball to opposite field because many young hitters, almost all, turn off the ball. They pull off the ball. So in order to keep them from pulling off the ball, they say, well, just hit it to opposite field, which creates this hitter who can hit the ball every time on the ground to the second baseman if he's right-handed and to the shortstop if he's left-handed and get thrown out. But what we're trying to do, guys, is hit the ball hard. So we're creating movement patterns that show us how to hit the ball hard. Well, Carl, then why are you talking to us about how to hit the ball to opposite field? I'm glad you asked. We're talking about how to hit the ball to opposite field because it gives us the proper movement patterns to attack a baseball in such a way that we hit it as hard as we possibly can. And that's the best reason to hit a ball to opposite field, because we attack it in a way that gives us the best opportunity to hit the ball as hard as we can. Now, if you've been with us for a while, you've seen that I believe in intent. And if you haven't, then check this video right here to hear about what we do with intent and how it helps us have more power. But as of right now, let's get on to talking more about how we hit a ball to opposite field. All right, the number one thing you need to know about hitting a ball to opposite field is that if we hit a ball with depth in our contact area, if we let a ball get to us and we turn into it and we hit it, even with our front foot, just inside of our front foot, with the right attack, with the right movements and ability to attack, then our barrel is going to be slightly behind our hands and we're going to hit it to opposite field. Right? So the number one thing is if we let balls get to us, people say let the ball travel. If we let it get to us, we're going to hit it to opposite field. To us is not back here. This is going to hit a ball into the dugout. Right? So to us is kind of even with our front foot, just inside of our front foot, where we're in this position when we turn in to hit it. We can hit it to opposite field up here as well. So the number one thing is understanding about depth of contact for us to get into. Now, once you understand depth of contact, then we can start learning how to swing and hit the ball to opposite field. And it's all about movement patterns. So I'm going to start with the ball outside, and we're going to move it. But here on the outside pitch, we're in a good hitting position. We're able to reach the pitch. Our movement patterns are what gets us to hit the ball to opposite field. And how that works is when we turn our back hip, which starts to separate from our torso, our shoulders tilt in, our barrel connects to our back shoulder. And as that happens, we turn into the baseball and we deliver a swing that happens from our body into the ball. And you can see it's going into the ball. Many people swing and turn and create force violently left and swing, and they're swinging around themselves to get through contact. What we're doing is we're turning into contact. We're using our body to turn from our body, through contact. And that angle of attack from our body to the ball, not the angle of attack of our barrel, the angle of attack from our body to the ball creates an action that gets us an opposite field action. Okay? It also gets us to the point where we're going directly into the baseball. We're not going away or around the baseball. So once we understand our movement patterns work from this position when our foot lands, our hitting position, to turn and drive into the ball, head's in the center, body starting to, shoulders tilt, body starting to turn, back shoulder gets in line with the ball, barrel's in line with the ball, and we swing into it, we're going to drive that ball into opposite field. It's so vital that we understand as the ball gets closer to us, we don't start moving away from the ball to get our bat around to it. We move into the ball to get our bat through it. And if we can get our bat through it, then this ball still is going to go to opposite field here because of the depth of contact. If we want, and we're working on opposite field hitting, so we're going to stay in this position and work hard through the depth of contact. The ball gets inside. We're in this position. We put our foot down. We start to turn our body into it. We start tilting it, our shoulders and turning our movement pattern, and we swing from here to here, and that ball is going to break my bat, but because we're swinging from here to there, that gets us our depth of contact to drive the ball, hit the ball to opposite field. The way you hit the ball to opposite field is you understand depth of contact and movement patterns of your body. That gets you to hitting the ball to opposite field. Now, why? And I'm glad you stayed here to the end. Why do we want to hit the ball to opposite field? There's a couple of reasons. One, there's a runner on second. We want to get him over or get him in. So a ground ball to the opposite side, a line drive to the opposite side, a fly ball to the opposite side gives him the best chance to get to third base. 2, when we use our proper movement patterns, this is called getting on plane early. Not dumping our barrel, getting on plane early. Understand that we have to get on plane early to get the efficiency of a swing to hit a ball out front, to hit it out of the park, is the most important reason we hit the ball to opposite field. And we train to get connected to our body early and stay through contact. And if we do that, we can hit a ball opposite field, up the middle, pull side. And that is the number one reason to hit the ball to opposite field. So we can have a swing, body movements that get us in the right position to get through pitches from depth of contact to the front of the contact area to drive balls to all fields. Ultimately, being able to use one good, solid path per pitch to hit a ball out of the park, out of the park, and out of the park. For this video, it should be out of the park, out of the park, and out of the park. But we train to do what it is we want to do as hitters because we're training. We're not training to do whatever the pitcher allows us. So we're not hitting it where it's pitched. We're hitting it hard. And if you don't believe that, watch the big leagues. You see guys take this pitch right here, who stand back here and hit that sucker over the left field fence all the time. Does that make them bad hitters? Does that mean they made a mistake? No, they're trying to hit balls hard. And if you're trying to hit balls hard, using this concept of training your movements and your swing and your path to make contact deep, to get in line with the ball, in the plane of the ball early, and work forward will allow you the best opportunity to create a swing that does damage to all fields. Appreciate you guys joining me on how to hit a ball to opposite field. When in doubt, hit it out.